Okay, well, happy Sunday to you guys. I hope you're doing well this morning or this afternoon. I am working this 2021 Michael Annett Darlington #1 Gatorade. And I wanted to show you just a couple things. I've built one. I'm making another one. As you can see, I got decals in the water here for that car back there. And I just wanted to show you a couple things that is kind of interesting about this particular car, given the decal set and given the die cast and everything. There's a few challenges here that I kind of wasn't expecting, but trying to overcome them to the best of my ability. So here's what we got, right? Here's the decal set that comes from Mr. Pato. And a couple things about this decal set. First of all, the rear part of it here by my thumb, this is a little wide. Okay, so when you look at the decal set and you look at the back end of this car, it's just a little wide. And so you have to kind of trim the black edges of that. And then I kind of cut up the next piece, and I trimmed the taillights a little bit as well, the black edges off, in order for it to fit on the back end. But the other thing that is interesting, right, is this roof. Okay, you can see how the roof is and how large this decal is compared to the size of this roof. It's too big. Okay, it looks like it's going to fit, but it's too big. And so you have to trim that down. And not only that, look at the outline, right? So it's showing an outline of the green with the black around it, all the way around it. But unfortunately, that's not the way the car looks on the track. So I got my phone here. Let me show you my phone real quick. So check out this picture, right? Do you see the roof there? The roof lines or rails are white. And then you have like this white edge across the front, and it's on the back as well. But then you've got another white roof line there, a roof rail. So what you're looking at is not a black outline, but actually a white outline. So let me show you here. Same thing, right? You can see the white roof rail there. And then here's another picture. That's actually not a legitimate picture. That's a recreation. But yeah, you see that there? So it's white all the way around there. And trying to put this on, I had to really trim it. So you can see there's no black there. I trimmed all the black off. And then I had to trim off the Pilot Flying J separate from this area here, and then lay it over top so it would fit. Okay? So that's what I've got here, is I've got this trimmed down, and then I have this separate piece trimmed off, the Pilot Flying J, so that I can put this on first and then lay this down so I can fit that in place. You can see how it turned out on this one. Not too bad, but definitely have to trim right up against that one. And then, unfortunately, the one is so huge, I had to cover it a little bit with the Pilot lettering there of the Flying J. And what I'm going to do once I get a couple coats of sealer on this, I'm going to put a little bit of white over top, so that's a white roof rail. Even though it'll cover up a little bit of the logo, it's kind of what I have to do there. But yeah, that's a little bit different than what you're given with the decal set. Everything else is pretty good except for one other thing, and I'll show you here in a minute, but it's right there. So this side, you can see the little lightning comes down, and it doesn't interfere with that side window at all, and it works out really nice. You can lay this Gatorade, and all this side comes nicely in place. Okay, I wish the Simpson and the Sunoco were separated from that little green spot so I could move it down into place, but unfortunately it's integrated in with that piece there. Not too bad, right? This looks pretty good. Happy about that. The front looks pretty good. But when you get to this side, right, so you've got this piece that comes over here, comes across here, but unfortunately your lightning, you can see that it's way off. It's not even close. See that? Because it's tied in with the Gatorade logo here, it's just not lining up at all. I mean, it's a good, you know, eighth of an inch off. It's just crazy. So put that in place, and it's, you know, that's just the way it has to be, unfortunately. But all in all, outside of that, it's turned out pretty good. Pretty good. So I am working this other one, and I'll show you here as I put this in. I think I've got this sitting here long enough I can do this. What I did here is I kind of pre-trimmed it. So see if I can lift this and get this off there. But yeah, I hate to point out the negatives and things, but that's just the way it operates. You know, I kind of look at something that would be like perfect and then kind of work my way backwards from there, as opposed to kind of working my way up. And I don't know, that's just the way I'm wired. Have an electrical engineering degree, and it's kind of what I do in my day-to-day job, is I kind of constructively criticize things and try to make them better. But yeah, so unfortunately that's what we've got right there. You can see how it'd be nice to have this come across here, but I think I got this. So I'm trying to keep it up a little bit, right? Keep it up away from the wheel well, to be, you know, to have a little bit less of a opening there, but the opening's going to be there regardless of what I do. Let's see how I get this thing on. And this is interesting because looking at the pictures again, there's a separation there between the green, the black, and the white, or the wheel well. So there's a white edge that kind of goes around the wheel well here. So like that, yeah. You can see how there's like an opening there. And then this guy, I didn't get him in the water, but he'll go right like that. I'll get him in the water now. Allstate logo there, right in the corner. Got a little exhaust decal. I like to keep those. If it's a black car, I don't usually use them. But white car like this, they're kind of nice. Add a nice little touch there. NASCAR salutes. And then we get let's see if I can get the Michael Annett signature in here. If I can grab it. But yeah, this is an interesting car to make. A little bit more challenging than some of the others that I do. But all in all, not impossible. You've got a little bit of trimming to do, some decals and stuff, and just a little, little planning. Looking at the pictures is very helpful, no doubt about it. Pato gives you the decals you need. Sure, this is off, but outside of this being off, you can build a really nice car, no doubt about it. So this is an odd little logo here. It goes right up here, and I think it says Michael Annett, but it's like right at the top. It's just an odd place. It's like where the winds would go, like your little checkered flags and stuff. That's an odd decal right there for sure. Not used to seeing that. And let's see. Okay. Let's get this hood logo on. See how that turns out. It's not bad there. It's funny, I was looking at the pictures, right? And it actually has this little gray thing high. Almost up on the windshield. The other one I did, I put it down low, and it really comes a little bit farther, because if you can see, right there, there's a little piece of the logo from the decal set that is a hood pin, because it's right on the tip of this lightning bolt, and I left it on there, but as you can see, it's not even close to these hood pins. So yeah, it's a little off. So the higher I can get that, the better. Again, here I'm just trying to get the water out, right? Just trying to kind of squeegee this thing to get the water out so that it can dry and not have any bumps or bubbles and stuff in it. So kind of start from the center and, you know, work your way towards the edges. Gatorade, been around for a while. I'm actually a Powerade guy, more of a Coca-Cola line than a Pepsi line. So typically go for Powerades over Gatorades in the battle for sugar sports drinks. It's interesting how much sugar is in these things. Good Lord. It's a lot of sugar. Come on. Come on. And then this piece that goes up on the trunk, in order to get it centered, you end up having to be like that. And then what I mean when I'm trimming this is where I got the back. I can put these in the water now. Put this in the water. But when I'm trimming this back, I usually like to cut it up on these Xfinity Camaros. Most Xfinities, I'll cut them up like this, just to separate them out. What I'm going to do with this, I'll do what I did on the last one. I separated the one out, so I can put that exactly where I need it to go. Trim off this excess here. And yeah, I think I got just a little bit sticking up here. Okay, and then I put that in, keep that together. And then for this, I just need to trim a little bit of the black off so that it doesn't hang over the side. I just kind of curve a little bit there at the end. And then of course trim off this excess. And then where's my tail lights here? And then I just trim the tail lights because there's a little bit of black on there. I just trim that off. And that way it will not carry over the sides. And as you can see, I kind of leave that together, the Chevy logo and everything there. And then let's see what we can do here on this piece here. So what I did before was I trimmed all the way up to the black edge of the one on these sides. So let's do that again. Trying to cut this as straight as possible. And then let's take a little bit. This is a little curve too, so I'll try to cut a little curve in there. Not sure how straight that is, but that's that. And then here, I'm going to cut right up to that one. That'll have to do. But yeah, and then I'll trim this up and be able to get that piece on today. And I should be able to finish this today for sure. Finished this last night, and I'll start coating that. And then, let's see, what else did I finish yesterday? I think you saw the tunnelful towers. Also finished this. This is the J.J. Yaley for William. The Nurtec orally disintegrating tablets. Nurtec ODT. J.J. Yaley. So this came out pretty well. Pretty happy with that. Always curious how these backs line up. There's don't seem to always be the best connection there, but there's not a whole lot of purple showing through there, so that's good. Got the spoiler painted black, nothing on the trunk lid there, so pretty happy with the way that turned out. Black on the lower grille here, black along the sides. So that one's ready for sealing, and this one as well. Another Ryan Priest 2020, actually my last one. Got this done for Mr. Josh. And yeah, always coming up short on these back windows on these Chevys. See that there? So happy with the way the front turned out. Sometimes that doesn't always turn out well, but happy with that. So yeah, I was pretty productive. I got 4 cars decaled yesterday, and be able to decal this one, and also probably work on your Gravedigger as well, Matt, and hopefully later this week get those all sealed up and out the door to you. So I'll probably I'll end up listing this one on eBay, and might do that today. We'll see what happens with church later this morning, and what we do in the afternoon, and if I have any break from family time, people taking naps and that kind of stuff on a Sunday. But yeah, that's what I got on tap for today, guys. Let's see. I got a minute and a half left, so let's go ahead and see if I can get a couple more of these decals in place until the video runs out. I didn't lay that on there very straight. These don't slide as well. They move, but they don't slide as well, it seems, as the others. Let's see, can I get this on? Yeah, I like to get this on. Try to get this between the hood pins. It looks pretty good. And then the M and the A, try to get that to line up, but not too bad. God bless you guys. Have a great day.